December 14th, 1981. It was a H&W Market. And Ham, the owner, had gone to the post office to mail packages. His wife was in here tending the market. And a 16-year-old boy came in to rob her. She was feisty, been told, and we don't know what went down, but he took out a gun and shot her in the head. And Ham came home, the police were here, and it was so devastating he boarded the building up the same day. And we told Ham that we wanted to turn this site of tragedy into a site of joy and restore the building into a home and dedicate it to Julie Wong, which we did. We decided to build a Western mining town, and we surrounded it with tin fencing, and we called it Tin Town. Within Tin Town, we have a museum, a barber shop, a real Yuma prison jail cell, a saloon, a circus wagon that sold tickets to a circus. My son Adam Holman's art studio is here. You'll see him today if you want to, and some of his artwork. So we do tours and parties, and we've done 11 weddings here. So it's been a labor of love over the years.
When we got the property, I look back in retrospect when I was a young kid growing up in Southern California, and my brother and I used to dream of a place like this. So when this took place, and we got this land back here, and I had that ore cart from Bisbee, Arizona, I said to Pat, gee, this is the opportunity.
What's your favorite, or what's the favorite of the crowds who come through?
Well, I would think it's the Yuma prison jail cell.
In the 1920s, Tucson was building a courthouse, and they found out that there was an auction in Yuma to sell 10 of these cells. So they bid on them, and they got them, brought them to Tucson. They set them in the basement in concrete. In 1934, John Dillinger was arrested at the Congress Street Hotel and taken to City Hall to be put in one of these cells.
What are we sitting on?
We're sitting on a tub that was in the movie Breakfast at Tiffany's, and you'll see the tub in about the first 20 minutes of the movie with George Peppard and Audrey Hepburn sitting in it, and it's in her New York apartment. So it's a special tub.
We're standing in what I hope to have looked like a turn-of-the-century saloon. Everything here is original. The decanters are, the bottles are, the bar is the brass rail. The Indian in here, the chandelier is from Michael Landon's house here in Tucson.
We are in the barber shop, and this is a 1926 barber shop. It was my uncle's barber shop, Frank Henry from Freeport, Illinois. Interesting patient. It's a 1960s Russian fighter pilot that's here having his haircut. I know that's weird, but that's where he comes every week. We also have something from a lady's beauty shop, and you can remember when the lady had a perm and they said, my hair got fried? Well, if you take a look at the piece in the corner, that's the perm machine that fried their hair. It's electric.
How many tools you have in here?
Well, originally when I built this room, I figured if I had 250 tools, it would be adequate. There's 650 in here.
And how old do they date back?
They date back to the hand-wrought tools in the 1860s. Hand-wrought is what the farmer or the blacksmith made on a forge and an anvil, and they beat the metal out, and they make scissors, they make pliers, they make screwdrivers, hammers. I got all that stuff. In here we have a 1934 refrigerator with the same chemical that it was made with that still works. We have a card catalog. You know, from the university. When I went to the library, that's how you found your books. This is a balloon machine. It's sold packaged. Stick a balloon on that thing there. You put your money in, the balloons come out. It's a little package, and then the kids would put their balloon on this little nipple thing, and then they pump it up and blow it up. We found that in Baraboo, Wisconsin. First of all, a sanctuary. The sanctuary is for Pat and I. When I worked here, I was totally at peace doing things, and I never got tired of working here. For us, it means we have saved so many tools and antique things from the 1800s and the 1900s that people used.
And so we've saved that to show people how hard of an existence it was. When they come in for a tour, they go back to their childhood, to their great-grandparents, you know, all of that. And so we've saved all of that.
How many items do you have in this?
About 3,000 collectibles and antiques.
I think he's wrong. I think there's more, but